Well, hey, in today's video, I am bringing you part 2 of my series on overcoming negative thoughts and beating negative feelings. You're gonna walk away with 3 additional pieces of practical things that you can do to start kicking negativity to the curb and beating it once and for all in your life. Stay tuned, it's coming your way right now. Well, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel if you've been here for a bit. If you are new, I am super pumped that you are here. My name is Lauren and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can't, both internally and externally. My hope today is that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every single Friday, every third Thursday, and every fourth Tuesday of the month, which brings me to today. It is Transform Your Mind Tuesday, and we are jumping back into part 2 of my series on overcoming negative thoughts and beating negative feelings. So if you are pumped because you get to learn the final 3 pieces that I have for you, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button because I cannot wait to dive in. So the first thing I want to say is thank you to everyone who commented, who sent me things on social media. I am so glad that that first video helped you. And if you didn't have a chance to see it, I'll link it for you in the eye so that you can go back and watch it. It kind of ties into today. It was really a setup video for us to get to the meat and potatoes of things today. So I don't want to wait any longer. I want to jump in and let's actually talk about 3 more practical solutions and things and strategies, I guess you could say, that you can do to start beating negativity and overcoming these feelings and making a positive outlook, a positive thought process, and positive affirmations just something that is every day for you, just like brushing your teeth. That's the goal. Okay, so thought number 1 really is pretty simplistic, and I'm sure it's something that you might even think about, and maybe you're even kind of conscious that you think about it, but maybe not. Here it is. It's that you need to remember that garbage goes in, garbage comes out. So my question for you is, what are you consuming online, like social media wise? I wrote it down this way. Social media is a huge culprit of negative information and garbage. You have to be consuming good things. And I want to even take it a step further with you and ask you, like, what kind of shows are you watching? What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of books are you reading? I wrote it down and said that if there are things that are dark in your entertainment world and that's all that you are fueling your mind with, it's really going to be tough to maintain a positive outlook. Now, am I saying that enjoying a dark movie or a dark book or even some, gangster rap is a bad thing? No, I like those things too. But what it can't be is like 90% of your consumption. You've got to be, putting positive things in there. You got to be chewing on content, if you will, like visually chewing on content, if you can imagine that, of things that actually lift you up, things that like elevate your inner spirit, things that actually just push you into a place of overflow. And those 2 things, like, they really don't. They can actually keep you in a space of like anxiety. Some people go into big depression with stuff like that when that's 90% or more, or 50% or more. I don't know, whatever percentage, it's different for everyone they're consuming. And so it's really hard though when you're consuming content that fills you and lifts you to actually be negative or to focus on things that are negative. So I hope that makes sense. I kind of want you to do an inventory of your content. I want you to do, I guess the homework would be this. I want you to think about exactly what you're consuming and how often you're consuming things that don't build you up. So music, books, movies, all that stuff, and then social media. Personally, I think social media is one of the greatest things in the world, but I also think it's one of our biggest downfalls with humanity. I know I can get on there and with instantly, like, I can think that the world is getting ready to come to an end thanks to all the news media outlets. Or if I'm on Instagram, I can just start to think that I'm not enough based upon somebody's, perfect angle of their perfect butt cheek or whatever it is that's causing me to feel not enough. So we really need to be engaged, is the point that I'm making here, with how much is going in and coming out, and really not even just how much, but what types of content are going in and going out. Okay, second thing, I need you to express gratitude. So I wrote it down this way. It's really hard to be negative when you are so busy pushing out things with a grateful heart. My question for you is, what do you have to be grateful for today? And if you're sitting here, and I've been in this position, so I'm certainly not picking on anyone or picking apart you if you're going, girl, you don't even know my life, I have nothing to be grateful for. I've been there. I've totally been there, where life is a mess and everything is chaos, and I think that I don't have anything to be grateful for. But if I will stop and just sit for a second and then close my eyes and all of a sudden look around, I all of a sudden start realizing that I have one thing in particular to be grateful for, and it's my life. The very fact that I have breath in my lungs, the very fact that I woke up today is a gift from God. And I need to be grateful for that, because I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. Crap, I'm not even guaranteed to make it through today. So the fact that I am sitting here filming this video and you are sitting there watching it, that's something to be grateful for. What about, you know, if it's a blue sky day for you and the weather is just your perfect temperature, and it's that, you have something to be grateful for in that. If you have your hands and feet and you can walk, and you can, you know, ride a bike somewhere, or you can use your hands to pick up things, you have something to be grateful for. You know, it's really the simplistic things that we take for granted. And to be honest with you, I don't think they're so simplistic in the sense that actually our bodies are very complex in how we're made, and it takes a great deal to keep them functioning every single day. Like we just nonchalantly do it, right? Or even something as simple as your car. It might not be the perfect car or the best car, but if it actually gets you from point A to point B, then girl, it is something to be grateful for. What about a relationship? And now I know if you're in and out of a relationship right now, or that might be your biggest struggle, that can be hard. But what about a relationship in your life that you can be grateful for? Maybe it's a relationship with a best friend, maybe it's a relationship with a parent, maybe it's a relationship with a sibling, or maybe it's your spouse. You know, so there's lots of things to be grateful for, and sometimes we just have to like step outside of the box of circumstances that we're kind of in, that like sometimes I'm just in my box of circumstances and I can only see what's in that box, and sometimes I have to stop and peer over the edge and go, oh, there's a whole big world around me that I have things to be thankful for. So I want you to practice gratitude. And so the other part of this homework is with this one, or point number 2 or 5 really, is I want you to write down 5 things, yes 5, that you are grateful for. And you know what? More bonus points for you if you can write down more than 5. I'm sure you can, but I want you to start with 5, and then I want you to start reading those every single day. So that way you have something to consciously think about. And again, when you're in that space of gratitude, man, I'm telling you what, when I wake up with a grateful heart and I wake up every day and I'm like, thank you, God, that there's breath in my lungs. Thank you, God, that I get to walk in my house and put the coffee on and sit down and read the word with you this morning and look out and see the beautiful blue sky and these birds. And I got these cats here with me that are old. I'm not guaranteed tomorrow with them, but I'm thankful that I got today. Like when I start talking like that and I wake up and I just bring power into my day with gratitude, girl, I'm telling you something, I don't focus on anything that's negative in my life, and there can be 100 negative things going on, things that still have to be solved, but my focus is shifted to something different. And then all of a sudden, I am a lot more expressive and able to come up with solutions to those other issues that really could be consuming me if I let them. Okay. So the last point, point number 6 or point number 3, whether you're watching this, you know, for the first time or you're watching this as a continuation, is I want you to speak over your life and yourself. So here's what I mean. In the first video, and again, I've linked it, so go check it out if you haven't, we talked about positive affirmations, and I had you create a list of things that you thought were negative, and then I had you actually push some positive pieces on the side of that. So you had a notebook paper where you had all these negative things on the left, and then what your homework was to do was to create positive statements. So let me give an example of something that I said was, okay. So if you said, you know, oh, my skin is ugly and I've got so many scars and I've got all of this, my skin just looks so bad, then I had you exchange that with, my skin is looking more youthful every single day. I'm doing X, Y, and Z to have a glow on my skin to look radiant. I am proud of my skin. So that was part of the exercise that we did in video 1. And so now what I want you to do is actually write out some positive affirmations that are sentences that I want you to start speaking over yourself in the morning and then at night. And the reason I want you to do this is because when you wake up in the morning, obviously you're starting a day, and we want to put power to your day before you even get started. And I would say this, I would say read these affirmations before you open any emails, before you check any text messages, before you get on social media and start flooding your brain with content. Like, start speaking this stuff first. And then before you go to bed, this needs to be the last thing that you speak aloud, that you look at, that resonates in your brain. Because you're gonna notice what's gonna happen over the next couple of weeks, over the next couple of months. Girl, you are going to have a radical mind shift. So I'm gonna be a little bit vulnerable and share with you some of the things that I actually express every single single day. And the other thing I wrote down before I share this is set a reminder. What I do is I literally have my alarm go off. Once I get up in the morning, I have an alarm go off at another time. I have several affirmations that I speak throughout the day. What I'm gonna read to you is not what I say all at once. It's actually different times of the day. But then at night, I have an alarm set for this one affirmation, okay? So setting a reminder would be great. Like you do that in your notes, like your reminders, not your notes, but your reminders on your phone, or you can actually set a physical alarm that, you know, dings really loud and drives you crazy, but that'll actually help you to stay consistent, because that's the main piece here, is that you want to stay consistent in speaking. The whole idea here is that we are what we speak. As a man thinketh, so he is. And so what we want to do is be speaking these things that are life affirming, that are soul affirming, and that gravitate us to a place of gratitude, a grateful heart, and a mind that can focus on a positive outlook. Okay, so here we go. This is something that I say every day. We are prospering financially. Our businesses are growing leaps and bounds, providing revenue for not only us to take care of our family, but to change the world. I am a daughter of the Most High King. I am beautiful beyond words because I was fearfully and wonderfully made by my Creator. I am so loved by Jesus. I am an uplifting woman who builds other women up to their highest capacity. I am a loyal friend. I am intelligent, emotionally aware, emotionally healthy, and I thrive every single day of my life. I do not live in fear of anything because I have not been given a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind. I have a husband who loves me more than any other human on this earth. He is my human rock, and I am his human rock. I am such an amazing partner for him and he for me, and we continue to love each other deeper every single day, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I am grateful for this very day and all it has to offer. So that's my mantra. This is literally what this is called, is like a mantra. And, you know, it's a game changer. It's something that I state every day. And a lot of that comes out of things that I feared. It's come out of negative mindsets. It's come out of things that have happened in my life. It's come to, like this, these statements right here have done, what they've done is they've taken all those walls and all those barriers around either things that are happened or fears or thought patterns that were negative, and it's literally just pulled them down brick by brick by brick by brick, because now I'm speaking the things to be as though they are. A lot of them are, but as though they were if they aren't there yet. So I hope this helped you out today. In fact, my hope is that part 2 was even more just amazing than part 1. That was my goal in putting these 6 points together and saving these for last. And so what I would like to know down in the comments is, what is your biggest takeaway from these 3 things that you can do to start overcoming negativity and beating it with every part of you, mind, body, spirit, and soul. And then I think that's gonna be a wrap for this video. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that now so that you don't miss out on any future Transform Your Mind Tuesday videos or anything else that's going on my channel. And of course, I would love to connect with you on social media. It is my favorite place to get to know you. I've got a private Facebook group called Reformed Tom Beauty, Reformed Tomboy Beauty, where all of us girls get together and we share encouraging things. We share makeup tricks and tips. We talk about, you know, products we love, products we hate. We do Masking Mondays together on Monday nights, where we upload pictures of our masks that we're doing. Once a month, I have my show, Contour and Converse, where I create a makeup look in real time with you. And it's just a great way to get to know other girls just like you and me that want to connect. So if you want to connect with us, we'd love to have you. Please click down in the description box or search Reformed Tomboy Beauty on Facebook, and we would love to have you. That's gonna be it. So I'm gonna stop talking now and close this out. #Reformed Tomboy Family. I'll see you soon.